Hey guys, Chris here. As usual, I'll be doing a recap of today and a lineup for tomorrow. I won't be doing much of a recap of today. I'll just kind of explain what happened. My lineup is embarrassing, guys. I don't want to look at it. It's just bad. I went with John Neese, who had a pretty good game, but after that, my lineup just fell off. The whole Arizona game, I faded Goldie and Lamb. I went for a Mets stack instead, and the Mets did horrible. Duda struck out like 20 times. Got a lucky ass single because he's trash. But I don't know, man. It was pretty shitty today. I should have played some more Arizona bats like I thought I would, but yeah, just a shitty night. That's fine. I look forward to tomorrow, and I already got the numbers here. I mean, we can still look at Fangraphs, but I do have the important numbers here. I have the important numbers here, so I'll just go over them with you, and then I'll just kind of explain like my picks like one by one, and then I'm gonna try to make a consistent ass lineup, cash, because that's all I really want to do. I'll probably take out my $70, and I'll probably throw in 10 tomorrow, and just build bankroll up to 70 again. Um, but yeah, let's do this. So let's take out all these guys, and then we'll just start at pitcher, and we'll kind of just go along. But those are the guys I already like. But let's go at pitcher, find my pitcher. I love Bumgarner at home. Houston's pretty cold right now, so I think I can get a pretty good Bumgarner. There's no one on that team that really scares me. I feel like he can K a bunch of them too. Yeah, you always got Greinke. Greinke can go off, but he hasn't been great lately. That's the only thing I really don't like about him. 12. He got lit up. He got lit up by the Phillies. Still got the win, but he hasn't been spectacular. And at 12.4K, I want spectacular. And I think you can get spectacular out of Bumgarner and Harvey. So yeah, I mean that's just pretty much what I'm thinking. So we got Bumgarner, Greinke. So I'm just gonna go with Bumgarner. He's at home, plays Houston, probably get like 12Ks tomorrow. So I'm just gonna build around him. And then after that, there's not really any other pitcher I really like. I would make a fuck around lineup with Colo and Rhea, just because why not? But yeah, I have all the crazy numbers here, so I already wrote them down ahead of time. So this is pretty much all we need to know for tomorrow. Lorenzen, .589 Woba versus lefties. So Amarista, Yangarvis Solarte, Yonder Alonso, Venable, those are all in play because Lorenzen's trash against lefties on the road. Chris Russin, .45 versus lefties. So Daniel Murphy's in play. Duda is in play, even though Duda screwed me over today. Carlos Rodon is super trash on the road, .430 versus righties. Giovitella, CJ Cron, Mike Trout, all those guys come into play there. Locke, .356 versus righties, giving up 7 home runs away. Grichuk is in play. I think Grichuk will hit one tomorrow. And then we got David Buchanan on the road versus lefties is a .479. So they have they don't have a shit little lefties, but they got quite a few lefties. They got Enciarte, they got Lamb, they got Peralta. They have some nice little lefties you can play, but Peralta's probably locked in, so I'm gonna keep Peralta in. And then yeah, and then there's Williams Perez. Oh god, he is trash. So we'll look up the Williams Perez numbers because I don't have them, but versus lefties, he's pretty trash. So we can look up the Williams Perez numbers. I think he's gonna get wrecked in Tampa. That's just my personal opinion, though. What did Dion show me? Why did you send me this? Why did you send me Bumgarner's thing? Is there a reason? Am I supposed to see that and then I'm supposed to like be scared or something? Like I don't get it. Anyways, I was gonna look at Williams Perez away versus lefties, .370 Woba. I don't even care 15 innings, just overlapping hits, and you got some walks in here too, 2 home runs, and he's giving them all to lefties. So with that said, John Jaso is my dude. I'm playing him. He's been really consistent late. I gave away my NFL lineup. I'm just kidding. Top lineup's trash. Yeah, I really like John Jaso. He's cheap. I like DNR too, Darno, whatever his name is. So Jaso's in. He's cheap. He's been killing it. Really nice games. I look for consistency and matchup, and he gets both. So he's already a check mark. He's locked in my lineup, and he's usually around 1, 2, or 3, somewhere around there. And I'll take any of those spots. He's a little beast. First base, I'm thinking Lucas Duda. He will be playing Chris Russin, and Duda can hit lefties at home for some reason. He hits them a lot better than righties, but he doesn't have as many homers. But I think Duda will bounce back, have a great game tomorrow for some odd reason. Watching him today, he got struck out in that very first at bat, and that shit was stupid. Jonathan Gray turned to Kershaw Jr. today and was just fucking the Mets up, but oh well. But as you see here, home versus lefties, he's at a .308 average, hitting them. He does have 3 home runs, a couple singles, some doubles, so he's pretty good. He's pretty good versus lefties. I'll give it to him. I wonder if I can find his WOBA. So versus lefties, he has a .385 WOBA, which looks really nice. And then home versus lefties, he has a .410, and home versus righties, he has a .458. So he has really, really nice stuff. So I really like Duda. He has not been consistent. Only thing I don't like about him as much. It's the only thing I don't like. But I think he can have a good game tomorrow. So I'm just going to go and roll in Duda. I also kind of like Prince Fielder just because he's going against Kyle Gibson, who's fucking trash. Let me look up. I haven't actually looked up Gallardo and Giovanni Gallardo. The fuck, how do you spell his name? I haven't looked at his numbers, and I got to look at Kyle Gibson's a little more because I think Texas can hit him pretty well. Giovanni Gallardo, let's see. So he is away versus away. Well, he's not even that bad on the road. He's not even that bad on the road, to be honest. Slugging is slightly higher against lefties, but I mean, there's nothing really there that really makes me want to play anything against him. If he was a lefty in Minnesota, then I'd do it just because Minnesota kills lefties. But that's nothing really I want to see. So I'm gonna leave that game alone, I think. Yeah, so I think Duda's going to be my first baseman. Second base, I really, 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 really like Giovitella. I need him batting 6th, somewhere in the top 6. And I'll show you why, because Rodon is .430 versus righties at home. And then if you look at Giovitella on the road against righties, he's pretty damn good. Pretty good. So we can just go ahead and go look at this. And yeah, so you see his best stat, .325. He hits him best on the road. He has 40 at-bats, 13 hits. I'll take that. That's pretty nice. And then he gets a couple of walks here. He got 7 walks, so he can get on base. And then I think he can be drived in a lot. So I'm thinking of a really nice outing out of him. And we can just go ahead and go look at the WOBA. And it looks like he bats best at the 5 spot. So I hope he gets the 5 spot. Maybe the first. I'll take that too. But away versus lefties, he has his best WOBA percentage too. So I'm really liking Giovitella just because Rodon is so bad versus righties. So I think I'll just keep him in. And he's super cheap. So and he's streaking. So he already fits 2 of my criteria that I look for in players: streakiness and matchup. So Jaso and Giovitella already hit those right off the bat. And Duda's just my little risky one, but he's expensive, so that's the problem. Third base, I have way too many options at third base. I don't really know I'm going to do this, but at third base, I really like Danny Valencia, who's been on a freaking tear, and then he gets to come back and play he gets to play Toronto, who traded him. I really like that. Andrew Hutchinson ain't shit. I'm not scared of him. The matchup isn't great, but Valencia just has such a nice matchup. But then we got Jake Lamb, who's a lot cheaper, and who gets a pretty nice matchup against Buchanan because he is a lefty. And he is coming off a really nice game. And it looks like whenever he has these like multi-hit games, he usually follows them up with another nice multi-hit game. So I think for now, I think Lamb is a safe pick. He gets the matchup. He gets some streakiness going. I can really dig this this matchup here from Jake Lamb. The only other one I could really consider going is David Murphy, just because he hits lefties pretty well. And who's the other guy I liked? Valencia. So I like Valencia. I'll probably end up going Valencia just so I can hit every pitcher. But we'll see what I can do. But let's keep Lamb in, and then we'll see what I can do there. At shortstop, I really like Amarista. I really like him. He's been okay. He's been decent. I also like Venable because Venable's really cheap, and he's had he's had some really nice games too. Except for today, apparently he had a stolen base. How the fuck did he get on base? Must have been a fielder's choice or something. But before that, I did like what he was doing here. But I really like for my players to come off a game in which they got a hit or something. That's interesting. I'll just look at Billy Hamilton real quick. Oh man, Upton's been killing it. Upton's on a freaking tear. I might just go Upton just to go with him. He gets to play another trash pitcher tomorrow. You know what? Let me go ahead and go look at Lorenzen against righties. Let's see how he is, because Upton's on a tear, and he might just be like, fuck it, I'll hit a homer off anybody. Like Cargo. Cargo might hit another homer off Harvey. I think he will. Cargo's a fucking monster. Yeah, you see his righty numbers are a lot better, 253. So you know what? Nah, fuck that. Justin Upton wants to hit a home run. That's fine. But shortstop, I do like Amarista. He should lead off, and every time I played him, he's been pretty clutch for me. So I'll play Amarista. He likes to come in clutch for me. So that works there. And then in the outfield, I really like Josh Reddick against Drew Hutchinson. Josh Reddick, his best numbers come on the road versus righties for some odd reason. I don't know why. But we can go ahead and go look at Josh Reddick's numbers so you guys can believe me real quick. And he usually bats around cleanup too, which is a really nice spot. And Drew Hutchinson ain't shit. He's gonna get wrecked. Even if his numbers are better at home, I still don't care. Josh Reddick. He's cheap too, 2.5K. I really like that. So you see versus righties, he has his best stats, but against righties on the road is where he looks like he shines. And then we can go ahead and go look at like the actual WOBA. And then he bats best if he's batting 5th or 6th. That's crazy. I doubt he will though. But 4th, 213, 251. I hope he gets. Man, that's a nice. I hope he gets 5. That's a nice little spot right there. Let's see the WOBA though. So where's the WOBA at? Am I missing it? Damn, his WOBA's high when he bats 6 for some odd reason. I'm missing this shit. Where the fuck is it? I'm blind, guys. I'm sorry. You know what? Fuck it. I don't know where it's at. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Okay, I'm stupid. So his WOBA versus righties is 0.372, and then away it's 0.376. So that's really nice. I can do that. I'll play Josh Reddick. That's all. That's an upwards of almost 0.400. So I really like that. Gotta stop clicking on the NFL lineup. So Reddick is really cheap. I can play him there. And then I gotta play Peralta. He's just killing it right now. And then he gets another favorable matchup. So I gotta keep playing Peralta. He gets another nice matchup. And then just to top things off, I really like Grady Sizemore from I really like Grady Sizemore. Better versus righties. I could definitely play him if I wanted to in this spot. So I'll have something like this in my lineup. But I would like to have Grichuk in my lineup. But I have no idea how I'd fit him in. I probably have to drop Duda, but then I would want to have Mets exposure. So I would drop Lamb to Murphy, and I'd be okay with that. So if I wanted to have full exposure, I think I'd do something like this. I'd go to third base, and I'd go with I go with that boy Murphy because he does hurt. He hits lefties. Okay, let's look at his numbers. If I'm not mistaken, he hits lefties pretty good. Not good, but pretty respectably. And he's been streaking, so I mean, he fits all the criteria for me too. So Daniel Murphy's actually probably a better play than Lamb, to be honest. So Daniel Murphy is fucking trash versus lefties. What the fuck? Never mind. Don't play Murphy versus a lefty. But that's Chris Russin though. It's so trash. I thought he was better versus lefties. What the hell am I thinking? Okay. Well, I really want to get some exposure, so I'd probably still go. I'd probably go. Where is it at? Duda. Where's Duda at? I want Duda in my lineup. Watch Duda screw me over again. Hope he doesn't. Oh, another first baseman I like is CJ Cron. He hits lefties pretty well. I don't know where he'll bat in the lineup, though. Also like Trout. I think Trout will hit one tomorrow. And then I'll probably just grab a guy like Sizemore or does do the Cardinals have anyone actually? Do the Cardinals have anyone I can grab? Any righties? Piscotty. I wouldn't mind playing him if he plays. He's pretty all right. But I think if I had to, I'd just go like I would definitely go like Grady Sizemore or Rusney Castillo, who hits lefties pretty okay. So it's something between that. I'd probably just go Sizemore though. I mean, he's not that bad. Yeah, so this is probably what I'm thinking, to be honest with you guys. The numbers make sense. There's some couple guys in here that aren't the most consistent guys in the world, but I really want to get Grichuk in here. I feel like he'll hit one off lock, but I don't know how I'd fit him in. But this is definitely along the lines of what I'm thinking for tomorrow. Got them Bumgarner, Jaso, Duda, Giavatello, Lamb, Lexi Ramirez, Reddick, Peralta, Sizemore. I could definitely drop Sizemore to somewhere else, but I definitely like the way this lineup is looking so far. Let me check if I got any comments from YouTube. No, I don't got shit. Oh, but I have 12 viewers, guys. I don't see why you guys don't leave comments, yo. You guys gotta ask something so I can like fucking talk about it, shit. Let me look through every game and see if there's any pitchers I miss. Kendall Graveman is trash, but Toronto is a little too expensive for me to play. Matt Harvey's interesting. Can't avoid New York, Toronto, or Ari. Yeah, I'm not avoiding Ari. I gotta avoid Toronto because they're expensive, and I'm cool avoiding the Yankees, especially against Carrasco at home. Carrasco's been doing pretty good lately. And then on top of that, man, there's none of these guys really interest me. The Gardner and Ellsbury are at a pretty respectable price right now, so you could play them. But Carrasco's pretty legit. I don't know if I want to fuck with Carrasco. So yeah, Abraham Almonte has been fucking killing it ever since he went on this team. So sleeper alert, Almonte. But other than that, I don't really like New York as much. I have to wait for them to have a really good game before I touch them. Lindor's been streaking. If you guys want a streaky player at shortstop, he's going up against Severino, who only got 2 hits in his start. That's crazy. That's pretty good. He might have a good game actually. But yeah, that was a question there. Feel free to ask any more questions. Like who are you guys gonna fucking roll with tomorrow? Pitcher, who do you guys got so far? I'm gonna ask with Dion why he sent this. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. I did lose today, guys. Just letting you guys know. I got fucked up today. I got beat. the fantasy gods struck me with lightning and then punched me in the face. Oh man. What's it gonna do? Yeah, I'm just gonna wait here, see if I get any questions. If not, I'm just gonna get the fuck out of here. Yeah, man. I have a pretty good amount of viewers. You guys don't want to say anything. Shaking my head. Jungman and Heron. I know Heron is trash, actually. You know what? I didn't even look at Heron. I probably should look at Heron. Let me look at Heron. He also looks stupid, so I mean that's extra points. Like if a player is trash, like if they just look stupid, that's like a guaranteed extra 2 runs right there. Dan Heron is god awful versus lefties. Oh, so you like Hutchinson? I just think Hutchinson's trash. He probably gets the win though, but I like the way this Oakland team is playing, so I don't really know if I want to do anything like that. But yeah, Hutchinson. I wouldn't say he looks interesting, but I mean that's your call if you want to roll him. Dan Heron just got traded, so I don't really know what to think of these numbers. I think he's gonna get wrecked. He gets wrecked by lefties, it looks like. So Adam Lind could eat Dan Heron. Ryan Braun could have a good game. How much is Ryan Braun right now? Oh, he's not even a lefty. Shane Peterson's a cheap lefty. Oh, we got a comment. Shows today lineup that lost. All right, I'll show you guys my lineup. It was fucking trash. All right, I'm embarrassed, guys. That's how trash it was. But since Blue asked, I'll show it. So you see, this is my lineup. It got 26.5 points. You guys will see what I rolled with. Ooh, let's see. God damn, what was a cash line at? So this is a pretty bad lineup. I went with Nice at pitcher. I went Joseph, who did god awful. Duda was bad. Enrique Hernandez got a little double, I guess. And then Murphy didn't do shit. Alcides Escobar didn't do shit. Nelson Cruz didn't do shit. And then Aldubel Herrera didn't do shit. And then Peralta finally did something. So this is one of the days where baseball doesn't make sense. Yeah, I don't know why they had bad games. I just ran the numbers. Caleb Joseph is probably the only one that probably didn't need to be there just because I just played him just based off his consistency lately. But the rest of them, like I put some work into. But yeah, that was trash. It was trash. But there you go, Blue. You can see my lineup now. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask with what you guys are thinking. Baseball is just one of those sports where it's not it's not consistent. It's just not. I don't know how someone could be so consistent at the sport. It's very hard. But I try to be every day. I wish I could. I just need to find a really confident day and just bet $1,000. That's what I need to do. I was looking at Anibal Sanchez's numbers, but he's actually better on the road. He has been trashed lately, but he's better on the road, so I don't really know if I want to mess with him as much, so I'm going to leave that alone. Ordano Ventura, I officially hate this dude because he was talking shit about Jose Bautista, and nobody talks shit about Jose Bautista that way because that's my boy, and he follows me on Twitter. And every now and then I'll send Jose Bautista a DM because he can do that because he follows me, which is kind of crazy. But, yeah. Too many crazy donks tonight. That's why, yeah. Today was a crazy day. That's fine though. I mean, I bet a little more money than I usually do, but that's fine. I'm gonna look at Ventura's numbers real quick because I just don't like him. So I hope he gets wrecked every day he plays. Giordano Ventura. Giordano Trash Ventura. Come on. Dan Heron gets wrecked by lefties, guys. So keep that in mind if you want to play any lefties for Milwaukee. Is probably a good idea. Splits. Hopefully Duda hits one tomorrow. That'd be great. So he has 300s everywhere. So this is probably already good. So lefties, he's getting wrecked. 20 walks against lefties. Chances of Pujols homering tomorrow. Pujols plays a lefty. If I'm not mistaken, Pujols is actually worse against lefties. Oh shit, Yordano Ventura's trash as shit, but I don't really like Detroit. I don't really like anyone on Detroit. I could see a JD Martinez home run tomorrow though. 0.339, 0.340. But he has a lot of walks, so that's the thing. So if I were just to add this together, it'd be about 35. I'd overlap that 35, 25, and then 20, about 40 into 27. So this guy's pretty trash either way. I bet his woe, he's freaking trash. His woe is high. In the second half of the season, looks like he's even worse. So I would play against him. I don't really like anyone on Detroit. JD Martinez is probably the only one I'd probably go with. This game, I'm not really I'm about it. Let's look up Pujols real quick because Blue is actually asking questions, and I'll happily answer them. Yeah, but if I'm not mistaken, Pujols doesn't hit lefties pretty well. He does kill righties, I believe, but we can go ahead and go look at the numbers and see how many he's actually hit. Yeah, Jungman, I don't want to play Jungman because he's on the road and he's playing Chicago, so I don't really like that at all. So I think I'm cool off that. But Pujols versus lefties, you'll see here he's pretty trash, and then right here he's pretty trash. 0.37, 0.35, and then 0.171. 3 home runs and just 2, and then majority of them just come off righties. It looks like every now and then he'll hit one, but it looks like it's pretty rare. So versus lefties in general, 5 home runs compared to 25 against righties. So the chances of him homering off a lefty are not good. Maybe he'll hit the reliever, but I don't really want to bank on that. So numbers are there, 0.2207. So I'm not really feeling Pujols tomorrow as much. But yeah. Anyways, I'm still taking more questions. I mean, as soon as you guys type something in, it should come up immediately on my notifications on my mailbox. But yeah, I'm not really feeling Pujols as much. Jungman, I don't want to play. I don't want to play a pitcher on the road. I just don't like to do that. Makes me nervous. Yeah. Still looking. Oh, we got another one. Tawan Walker. Yeah, you know what's weird is that Tawan Walker. Actually, I was looking at this dude. Yeah, he does. He has a ton of upside. He has top pitcher upside. Like if he has a good game, because he has. Yeah, pretty sure he has a 23 game in here. But the only problem is that he rarely gets those games. It looks like he likes to hover around these games. He was on a little tear here. I remember this little tear he was on because I played him for I played him on this little tear that he was on. But Tawan Walker, I could do. He's 6.9K. That's really cheap. He'll be playing Baltimore. Baltimore has a bunch of guys that swing and miss. So that's not a bad play at all. I'm not against it. I'm definitely not against it. Yeah. Oh, okay. So Ryan Soto. I'm glad you brought up Chris Davis because I've been using Chris Davis whenever I've used him on the 2 days he hit 2 home runs. It's crazy. Yeah, he's streaking like crazy right now. The only thing is that he's a righty, so I don't know how I like that as much against Dan Heron. I mean, Dan Heron's trashy either way, but it looks like Dan Heron's given up a lot to the lefties. But I mean, Chris Davis, man, this guy's been freaking killing it. It looks like he has like a recharge period between his home run games, so that's the only thing I'd really worried about that. But he's been killing it. I'm not gonna lie. Does play Dan Heron, so I mean he's trash by default. So yeah, I could definitely run Chris Davis, but I think I'm looking for something a little safer. Okay, so we got another question: Grichuk, Pollock, or Kane? Just based off. Kane, I'll only play Kane against a lefty, so let me check if he's even playing a lefty. So no, I won't play Kane against a righty, just because the upside's a lot lower. So Kane's automatically out. So then you figure out, do you want it between Grichuk and Pollock? Buchanan actually holds righties pretty well, but Pollock is streaking right now, and Grichuk is not coming off a good game, but Grichuk does have a better matchup. because Locke is giving up a lot of homers. But if I had to choose between Grichuk, Pollock, and Kane, I'd pick Grichuk just because I think he's going to hit one tomorrow. And I'm trying to find a way to fix him into my lineup. So that's what I think. I do like Grichuk over Pollock and Kane. So I will go Grichuk 1, Pollock 2, Kane 3. Another comment. Yeah, I definitely to Ryan Soto. Yeah, definitely freaking Chris Davis looks like he's juicing to the max right now, hitting all those homers. And yeah, I could play Chris Davis. Actually, I was looking at Chris. Let me look at Chris Davis's numbers. I will never play him against a lefty on the road because he is literally .00 against lefties on the road. I don't know why, but it's kind of embarrassing. But I'll show you. So you see, versus lefties, you never want to play Chris Davis versus a lefty because he does not get shit. But look at this, a .000. He's not playing a lefty, but oh my. But it looks like on the road he's not hitting really well. That's the only problem I have with Chris Davis. He doesn't look like he's hitting well, but he's streaking right now, so that may override that. So I'm not really thinking that. But that's what I think about Chris Davis. Drop him in a GPP. Don't play him against a lefty though. He's not playing a lefty, but if for future purposes, don't play him against a lefty. Purposes. Yeah, I'm actually getting quite a few comments. I got somebody who asked about Carlos Martinez, and actually he's not. Carlos Martinez has actually been having some shit games lately, and Pittsburgh is coming in hot, so I don't really know what to really think of that. But Carlos Martinez did shut down the Pirates, and he put up 19.33, which is pretty awesome. Let's see what Ryan Soto said. Jesus, yeah, he's bad on the road, but I mean, he's streaky right now. Wouldn't let that scare you too much. But Carlos Martinez he's had 2 straight bad games. I don't really like that too much. One was against Colorado, which was random, and then the other was against Cincy at Cincy. So I wouldn't have played him there to begin with. But he has a pretty good game against Pittsburgh already under his belt. I can look at the numbers real quick, see if anything really gets to me. Wrong Carlos Martinez. I think I just want this shit. I picked on the wrong Carlos Martinez. I believe it's this one. So he does have a good game against Pittsburgh already, but let me see his numbers at home. So I'm not a big fan of Carlos Martinez, but we'll see. So at home he has a slightly higher ERA for some odd reason, and the WOBA is higher. So it looks like lefties is his problem. I'm trying to think here. Does Pittsburgh have a lefty-dominated lineup? No, they don't. They don't have any lefties, actually. They have Pedro Alvarez, who strikes out a lot, and they have Gregory Polanco, who's actually been somewhat hot. So he has to worry about Polanco and Alvarez, and then, he holds the righties down pretty well, .242, .278, which is still kind of high, but, you can deal with that. Yeah, so I'm indifferent. I don't really like him as much, but that's just me personally. We got another comment here. You like any Tigers against Yordano Ventura? Yes. JD Martinez and Victor Martinez is probably the only ones I'd play. Yeah, probably just Victor and JD. I think JD can hit one. Those are probably the only ones I play against Yordano Ventura. I don't really like any of the other ones. Kinsler, he finally had a bad game, so I don't know if I want to really touch him. But I do like JD. I think he can have a really good game. So JD Martinez is probably the only one I'd touch, because Yordano Ventura is fucking trash. And when I say trash, he's fucking trash. Still waiting. I'll still answer any more questions you guys got, but this is the gist of the lineup that I'm rolling with. Let's see if I get any more Twitter questions. Carlos Martinez, you already answered that. I had a Subway. I had Subway today. It was pretty good. And guacamole. All right, guys. I think that's pretty much it. Then I don't think there's gonna be any more questions unless somebody sends one while I'm getting off. So I'm sorry if I missed your question, but that was a nice little session. Subscribe if you already haven't, guys. I do these every night, so I try to do them every night, and you know, sometimes I win, sometimes I lose. And I got one more question before I head out. Oh yeah. Thanks for being. Hold up. Well, before I leave, Steven Wright. Thanks for bringing that up, Matt. Steven Wright. This guy's been balling. He Ks a lot too. Like, I don't get it. He Ks a lot. He gets 9-8. I think he can have a really good game. He does walk a few, but man, he got a really nice K upside. He's playing the Marlins. The Marlins freaking suck. He has a knuckleball. So yeah, definitely Steven Wright, 6.4K. He would be my he'd be a guy that I'd probably run in a second lineup and just run a shitload of hitters in, like load up on Peralta and Trout and like fucking, I don't know, some other crazy hitters. Yeah, I definitely like Steven Wright, guys. I totally forgot about him. Thanks for bringing that up, Matt. He's that knuckleball, man. Let's look up his numbers real quick, see if he's legit. Steven Wright. I almost typed in Matt. That's that knuckleball, bro. So away, so it does look like he actually gives up a lot, but like, I don't care. I think he can have a good game. It looks like against righties, like against righties, it looks like he's pretty bad, but still, that's still I think he can have a really good game. He's had 2 straight good games. Really like him. Yeah, I would play him in like a tournament or something. I can't really trust him though. I don't really like him as much. I'm gonna play Bumgarner and everything. I gotta stop fading pitchers. But okay, that's for sure it for today, guys. Thank you for watching my video. Subscribe if you already haven't. Do these every night. Do a Q&A or whatever, and we'll talk about the lineups. But that's what I'm thinking for tomorrow. I'll probably switch things up. But that's pretty much it for today, guys. So bye bye.